What is good, y'all? Excuse me for the late run time tonight. We got some crazy news to go over tonight, and some exciting news to hear my OG speaking out for the very first time since the untimely passing of his son, YNG Cheese. His son, man, a devastating loss for a father. We're going to go over it tonight because Gillie has finally spoken out. And ever since, Hassan Campbell came on the internet and he made a couple different videos that I went over, a lot of people have pretty much been throwing his channel down the trash. What is up? What up? What up? Boom. What's popping with you, King Nell? Appreciate you guys tapping in. Appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. A lot of people have been sending word over to Hassan Campbell like you better keep your mouth shut when you're dealing with one of our OGs. And Philadelphia had to come out. Philadelphia spoke up for Gillie Da Kid. It wasn't only me, you guys. It wasn't only Mikey T, the movie star, who jumped on the internet. It was everybody else. It was G Unit's own Mike Knox. That's right. Call him 50 Cent's goon or call him 50 Cent's artist, whatever you want. He stepped up. Look what's going on right now. Look what happened. Meek Mill stepped up. Freeway stepped up. All to show Gillie Da Kid support. And I respect that more than anything. The fact that Gillie and Meek, who have known each other for quite some time, could put aside all of their petty past differences. That's right, you guys. Petty past differences. When somebody makes it into the industry and they don't want to see somebody else make it further, that type of shit is petty compared to what Gillie Da Kid is going through right now. And one of the alleged biggest bloggers out, Hassan Campbell, one of the biggest bloggers out, Hassan Campbell, wants to come on the internet and take shots at a father when he himself is a father. Hassan Campbell wants to take shots at Gillie Da Kid and say because of the fact that he signed a deal with Barstool Sports, an alleged $100 million deal for Barstool Sports, that had something to do, that there was a repercussion, that the angel of death came because of that. That is the most absolute blasphemous thing I've ever heard since I've gotten involved with hip hop. That is one of the most conspiracy theorist type of suggestions I've ever heard. Gillie Da Kid has been working for these contracts his whole entire career. Gillie Da Kid was attempting to become what he is today back in 1995, you guys. Gillie Da Kid has been at it for quite some time. Now, salute to my guy 10 Toes Down as well. Me and 10 Toes Down actually did a few interviews over the last few years, and them joints right there, you could put out a 10 Toes Down interview I did 2 years ago, and it'll just make sense today. So Gillie's actually been speaking out. Gillie's actually been showing up, and he actually has been hanging out with some friends. He's been hanging out with some friends, you guys, and it's great to see. It's great to see. As much as I wish I could be there supporting Gillie 100%, I'm glad that he's got people like Meek Mill there. I'm glad that he's got Freeway showing up. I'm glad he's got Spado showing up. Shout out to Philly Fame, because when Philly Fame put out that clip of Gil listening to Spado rap, that right there, you guys, that resonated with me. I said, damn, that was the one thing that was going to make Gillie Da Kid smile. Hearing an artist that he really enjoyed an artist that he really enjoyed. And we all saw what Spade did when they put the camera on him at first. Spade was like, yo, 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 yo. Guys, I don't have nothing in the clip. Guys, chill out. But you know what? Spado put up them numbers for his friend. Spado put up them numbers for Gillie Da Kid. And I was more than happy to see Spado actually do that, you guys. You know, Spado's nearly everyone's favorite rapper from the Major Figures. You know what I mean? Spado really is the favorite rapper of Major Figures. So to, you know, witness their relationship and see, you know, the uplifting that Spado could do for Gillie right there, man, it really honestly, it just made me happy, to be honest with you guys. Major salute to Spade. You know, Spade, obviously, from Major Figures. Spade obviously went on to form a duo with Dutch that went on to get a record deal as well. You know, it just shows you right there that the guys have talent based on that alone. So, getting into the message. Yeah, Dutch and Spade are solid, man. Yeah, hit that super chat if you want to ask questions though. Give me 1 second. Excuse me on that, you guys. So, the message from Gillie Da Kid when Freeway actually came over. Freeway does a lot of live videos. I actually just caught a live from Freeway the other night with Tone Trump. But like I said, Freeway has been, you know, hanging around Gillie and stuff just for moral support. And Gillie actually dropped a message on Freeway's page where he said, I want to thank my brothers for building me up at a time when I was down. We all know Gillie's got to be going through quite possibly the worst thing you could be going through in life right now, to lose a child. You know what I mean? The saying is a father is never supposed to bury his child. You know what I mean? So everybody out there in the world sympathizes with Gillie Da Kid right now. You know what I mean? You should sympathize with the man, whether you're a father yourself or not. And that's why I'm so, you know, like so blown away. Pause. That's why I'm so taken back by what Hassan Campbell is doing here. You want to come on the internet, Hassan, and you want to say this and that about Gillie's deal. You want to say this and that about Gillie taking your style, which he evidently didn't. I mean, sorry to say, man, Gillie's style hasn't changed. Gillie's style hasn't changed from day one, Hassan. So I don't know if you just haven't been watching the content. I mean, you watch my content, so you just need to get it. You need to get it straightened out with what's going on with Gillie Da Kid, because you claim to know a man's style, but then you come on the internet and diss him. You come on the internet and say that him signing a deal is why this is all happening. You make absolutely no sense, Hassan Campbell, and that's why I'm here to shut you down. The guy who reads up on my stuff on the internet, my magazine articles. Yeah, you were probably locked up reading my Hip Hop Weekly articles. Man, let me get the air on. Let me roll something up. Let me roll something up, man. This sucker Hassan Campbell's got me tight. This sucker's got me tight. Going at Gillie Da Kid when he's at his worst. We hear it from Gillie when he's talking to his close friends. Thank you for building me up at a time when I was down. So what you do, Hassan Campbell, what you do is you kick a man while he's down. That's what you do. You kick a man while he's down. I don't think that's what 10 Toes Down was doing with you. When 10 Toes Down heard about what was going on with you when you were trying to make it in your rap career, and 10 Toes Down pulled up. That's right, 10 Toes Down pulled up on Bambaataa for you. I'm going to drop that clip next. about how 10 Toes Down pulled up on Bambaataa for Hassan Campbell. How about that one? Dudes be thinking it's a joke, coming on the internet, talking on their live videos when they don't even know jack about the hip-hop game. Hassan Campbell wants to diss me and say things about Mikey T, the movie star, when in reality, he watches all my videos. Yeah, I heard you quoting my video the other day. Hassan. That's right. You were quoting my video. So, Gillie actually, he did an interview with academics just before this, man. So if anybody, anybody wants to miss that interview, go check it out. Another thing I wanted to say is Gillie's Gillie Fest on the 29th, literally tomorrow. It's happening. It's sold out. Gillie's not going to stop the party. A lot of people were questioning what was going to happen with this party. They've been promoting it for quite some time now. The party is still going to go on. So if you have tickets for that, we'll all see you in Philly. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, I don't know. I don't think there's any sort of a streaming option available. Yeah, Gillie Fest is still going on. That's a good thing. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. Although, a lot of people would say this is a time where Gillie is probably going to want to be alone. This is a time where Gillie is probably not going to want to talk to anybody. And then a tremendous amount of tickets have been sold, you guys. Gillie is at a point in his career right now, y'all, where he is more hot than he's ever been. Gillie cannot, and when I say the word afford, I'm not talking about money, but Gillie cannot afford right now to pretty much miss any of his commitments. Gillie the Kid is really going through the roof right now, you guys. It's his time. It's his time right now. So right now, the realistic fact is he needs to honor his son. As you've seen what he's done, he put Cheese's picture as his main Instagram emoji, his main Instagram picture. The bond that those two men had, the father and son, is a bond that a lot of us can't understand, but we can look at it and see it. You know what I mean? We could see the love that's there between a father and son, you guys. And Gillie's going to obviously keep his son's name in memory forever. A couple of my friends were telling me about that. So when I saw Gillie change his emoji, I was like, damn, man. Instagram is a big thing for Gillie. You know what I mean? If you look at Gillie and Wallo's page, their feeds are always being updated. You know what I mean? Because that right there is how we brand develop ourselves. Gillie's page was always filled with a bunch of videos. You know what I mean? And then after Cheese passed, you just saw it all dried up for the both of them. It all dried up. Why? Because they're not so much worried about social media. Who's worried about social media when you have a tragedy in your family? Nobody is, you guys. And now the way that Gillie is doing that to remember Cheese, because it's like I said it weeks ago when Gillie was roasted. Everybody in here share this video one time too. Hit that like button as well. When Gillie was roasting Rick Ross, I said it. I was like, you guys, y'all know that Gillie the Kid actually has a bigger social media following. Gillie has a bigger social media following than Rick Ross. I'm actually rolling some Biker OG up. Anybody in here heard about the Biker OG? It's an OG strain. I'm trying that out tonight, you guys. But Hassan Campbell is pretty much blackballing himself in the industry. We saw what happened. What's popping, Philly Mac? We saw what happened when Hassan We even saw Math Hoffa say something about this, you guys. I haven't gone over that one yet. But we saw what happened to Hassan when he went against WAC 100. What happened, you guys? Does anybody remember what happened? What did the CEO of No Jumper say? The CEO of No Jumper, Adam22, he told WAC 100, I'll do an interview. I'll do an interview with Hassan Campbell. Hassan! It's 23%. I threw the bag out. It was just like a 1 gram bag of Biker OG, but there was 2 grams in it. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I'm not gonna hate on that though. But yeah, I was also just finishing up some of the cookie strain called Breakfast in Bed. That shit was fire. I really like that. That's a sweet tasting one. But I got all these OGs right now. I got Deception OG, I got Casper OG, and I got Biker OG right now. So that's what I'm smoking on, as long as I can find my lighter. But you guys, Hassan Campbell pretty much screwed himself out of furthering himself in the entertainment industry. Another example, Doggy Diamonds. Doggy Diamonds. The man that he cost himself his YouTube page over. So you want to go back and forth with Doggy Diamonds? I mean, Hassan, honestly, it looks like your page is more lit than Doggy Diamonds, right? Your page is more lit than Doggy Diamonds, but look what you did to yourself now by going head-to-head with Doggy, a real veteran. Now you've blacklisted yourself. You've blackballed yourself. You've demonetized yourself, Hassan Campbell. So what do you do when you get demonetized? You try to come up with all these wacky titles. You want to come out with a wacky title of Cheese gets his snot box rocked, just like you do every single time. Every single time one of our rappers passes away, unfortunately, you come on the internet and you make a mockery out of what we love, Hassan. You come on here and you make a mockery out of what we love. I'm glad Gillie Da Kid has found it in him to address the general public, because you all know that we pretty much we wait on Gillie's word. You know what I mean? He's an OG to much more than me. There's thousands, there's 1 million people that watch his show, so we wait on Gillie's word. We wait on Gillie's advice. So when Gillie spoke out here, you know, because we're all feeling for Gillie, passing of his son, Cheese. Maybe you knew him, maybe you only knew him through Gillie, but we feel for the man. And Gillie actually spoke with Freeway. You know what I mean? Because Freeway is somebody that Gillie has known forever. You know what I mean? Freeway is somebody that maybe Gillie has not seen eye to eye with throughout the whole time, but they've come to an understanding. You know, it's great to see them guys together. So Freeway was on live. For everybody just tuning in, I'm going to repeat it. So Freeway was on live, and he basically went over. He basically went over to Gillie with his phone. Excuse me, had a text message. And Gillie gave some word to Freeway. Gillie told Freeway, he said, I want to thank my brothers for building me up at a time when I was down. If you saw the videos released on Philly Fame, you saw all of Gillie's closest associates surrounding him. You saw everybody there. You saw Bump J. Not talking about New Jersey Bump J. I'm talking about Major Figures Bump J. You saw Bump J there. Shout out to Bump, Mayhem Studio and all that. If you're in Philly, you need a studio, holler at Bump. He's the guy. Bump always situates me when I'm in Philly. And I appreciate you for that, Bump. Real one right there. Another one that was there. Who else was there, you guys? Spado. Spado, that's right. Everybody's unofficial favorite member of Major Figures was there. Spado was in the building. Who else was there, you guys? The notorious Meek Mill. Meek Mill was in the building. How about that? Meek Mill showed up for Gillie Da Kid. Meek Mill showed up for Gillie Da Kid when it mattered the most. Maybe he didn't show up on the Welcome to Philadelphia album. Everybody in here share this video one time. Maybe Meek didn't show up on the Welcome to Philadelphia album, you guys. Maybe he didn't show up there, but he showed up when it mattered. Meek Mill's a real one for that. And Meek, I offer my apologies, man. I offer my apologies. And Gil, if you're watching, brother, first of all, if you're watching, you already know you're more than welcome to tune in. But Gil, it's my apologies. I only came to Philly to give you a voice. When everybody out there thought Meek was dissing you, which he probably wasn't, it's obvious that the two of you have a bond that goes deeper than music. The bond with Meek Mill and Gillie Da Kid is deeper than rap, you guys. So you blackballed yourself there as well, Hassan. You want to know why? Whose interview in the chat, whose interview did Meek Mill show up for? The biggest YouTuber. What big YouTuber did Meek Mill show up for? And it wasn't Hassan Campbell. And it will never be Hassan Campbell now. Because Hassan Campbell wants to come on the internet and take a shot at a man who is literally at his worst. He wants to relentlessly diss Gillie Da Kid. That's what he wants to do. He wants to come on the internet and try to tell a man that he played a factor in the passing of his son. Who the hell would do that? That's when I had to call BS. That's when I had to come in and step in myself. And I'm glad that others followed. I'm glad that others followed, you guys. I'm glad. Because we got G-Unit following suit. We got Philly following suit. I'll put my career on the line. I'll put my career on the line when it comes to defending my brother. Gillie jumped on my platform and Gillie said, "Oh, Mikey T. Mikey T." First thing Gillie said was, "Mikey, you've been here when I was at my most popular. You were here when I was at my most popular. You were here when I was at my worst." That's what Gillie said to me. One other thing Gillie said, he didn't get to finish. Gillie said, now that I'm on, Gillie didn't get to finish right there. Gillie didn't get to finish right there. But we'll see what's happening with that in the future, man. You know I never try to bombard my way into a situation. Gillie is doing his thing right now, and that's all that matters, to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm doing my thing. I never stopped doing my thing. I've been doing my thing since 2009. I've been doing my own thing. Nobody's going to stop me from doing my thing. I'll say that much. Not even Hassan Campbell. Not even Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell, you forgot your soup. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into it as soon as I can find my lighter. Let's get into it because Hassan's got me tight. Hassan's got me tight, you guys. And I'm about to go off. So everybody in here, share this video one time. Everybody in here, hit that like button. Even Whack 100 went off on Hassan. Even the epitome of low class, The epitome of low class, Mr. Clubhouse Trash himself, Whack 100. Mr. Gossip and Rumors himself, Whack 100. The person who allowed people to come on his clubhouse and say such BS about K-Slay. He thinks, Whack 100 thinks Hassan Campbell is disgusting. Do y'all believe it? Do y'all believe it? Whack 100 thinks Hassan Campbell is disgusting. You got to know that it's messed up when Whack 100 is calling you trashy. Hassan Campbell can probably actually credit Whack 100 with about 60% of his income. Think about it. Think about it, you guys. He used another man's name to come up. He used another man's name to come up on his Patreon. Think about it, guys. Honestly, I don't know who's grimier. I don't know who's grimier. Whack 100 or Hassan Campbell. Maybe I should make a poll. Maybe I should put up a poll for this one, you guys. Who's grimier, Whack 100 or Hassan Campbell? Let me see if I can get a poll up for you guys. I think that's a poll that deserves to be up. Y'all know I've been doing my own thing. I'm about to make a poll for y'all. Y'all mess with me. Y'all mess with me the long way. Pause. Y'all been rocking with me since like 2009. When I put up the years, y'all been rocking with me since. Put up the years, y'all been rocking with me since. And go check out the 40 Cal interview if you missed it. Dipset. I'm putting up a poll, you guys. Let's get it. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'm putting up a poll. Who is grimier? And if you're not watching this on live, put your thoughts in the comment section. Who is grimier? Whack 100 or Hassan Campbell? Did we all forget that Hassan Campbell, he used the rapper's name? Do you guys remember Nipsey Hussle? He used Nipsey Hussle's name and he used Whack 100 to come up on his Patreon. Do you guys remember that? Think about it. Think about it and answer the poll. Who's grimier? You know what I mean? It's hard to sympathize. You know what I mean? It's hard to sympathize with Whack. I mean, Whack did say he recorded him and he didn't know. But Whack, you're foul too. It's like everyone is foul up in this bitch. Everyone is foul. So as Mikey T, I'm like, yo, it's hard to feel sorry for everyone. It's hard to feel sorry for this person because he did wrong. It's hard to feel sorry for this person because he did wrong. That's the position I'm in as a blogger, you guys. But all I'm saying is Whack 100, he still kinds of needs to mind his business though and not worry about why New York isn't doing anything. Why don't you worry about Philly not doing anything in this situation, Hassan? Just because you want to take another shot at New York. Because you're a failed New York rapper. You're a failed New York MC. You tried to come up in the weirdest clique in hip-hop. How would you have even thought that clique would have made it? You're weird for that. But like I said, Whack 100, to mention New York City, to mention New York politics again, mind your business, Whack. Mind your neck, Whack. Because you don't belong fraternizing with New York business. You got yourself in there with Adam 22. Since everyone left his podcast, you got yourself in. Now play your position. Interviewing R. Kelly and shit. You're embarrassing. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with that, man? Adam 22, what are you doing, G's? What are you doing? Guys up there with Brick Baby. Up there with Brick Baby, and they're interviewing Snoopy Blue about being a snitch and giving him a pass. What kind of crap is that? Episode for another day. So Whack, you're mad foul. Adam, why didn't you have Whack on for that episode? Anyways, Whack, you don't talk about real shit, man. You don't talk about Bitcoin. You don't talk about NFTs. Whack, I can't learn nothing from you. I can't learn nothing from you. You don't even teach people how to go and set up a successful box truck company. Teach me something, Whack. Because the shit you're up there saying, it's just girly gossip. That's all it is. I would actually be interested if Whack 100 did something new. But Whack 100 chooses to be a one-trick pony. Why? Is it all you can offer? Is that all you can offer, Whack? Whack said, this dude Hassan Campbell is a real clout chaser. He went and put a post up saying Gillie's son got his snot box rocked. People in New York need to stand up and be like, what you on? People in New York need to stand up. Whack, you flew the man out. You flew the man out. You flew the man out and sat him down with DJ Academics. What are you talking about? You're trying to tell New Yorkers, people from the East Coast, what to do when you welcomed this man to the West Coast with open arms? You sound like a hypocrite. You sound like a hypocrite who doesn't know what he's talking about, as a matter of fact. Do you realize how stupid you sound saying that? Do you realize it? You're telling New York to stand up when you just had this man in your studio? The same man who dissed your artist, The Game? He dissed The Game for being whack. He dissed The Game for, probably not. He probably went in and dissed him based on some weird gossip storyline that hit the tabloid magazines. That's probably what Hassan dissed him about. It wouldn't be some shit like I would come at The Game about claiming he wrote This Is How We Do, claiming the documentary. That's what I would talk about. Hassan's going to talk about that other stuff from For the Love of the Game. That's what Hassan Campbell's talking about. We already know. And that's why Hassan Campbell lost his YouTube channel. That's why he had to delete all of his videos. Because his content is an embarrassment to the culture. That's what it is. So when he went up with Doggy Diamonds, when he went up against Doggy Diamonds, he lost. When he got a chance to elevate way above Doggy Diamonds, he blew it for himself. He ruined his relationship with Academics, Whack 100, and the king of the rats. That's right, the man that you put respect on, Hassan. I've never seen a blogger besides that chick from the Shade Room put respect on 6ix9ine's name. That's when I knew you were a chump. Nah, matter of fact, when I knew Hassan Campbell was a chump, was when Hassan Campbell got on the phone with me and told me he didn't know shit about AR Rab's case. You're a chump. You don't know nothing about hip-hop. Guys in here talking about my Gillie Da Kid videos. Guys up in jail reading my hip-hop weekly articles. Guys telling me that I'm irrelevant when he's watching my content. How am I irrelevant when you watch me? How am I irrelevant when I give you ideas? I created you. I created Hassan Campbell. I created Poppy. I gave Poppy the confidence to go on Doggy Diamond's channel and talk. Ask Doggy Diamonds about it. I gave you the confidence to get up out your shell when you wanted to go in the booth. How many times did Bombada put you in the booth? So he goes, I respect what Whack 100 said here, though. He said, this dude Hassan Campbell is a real clout chaser. He went and put a post up saying Gillie's son got his snot box rocked. People in New York need to stand up and be like, what are you on? Everybody in here, share this video, hit that like button. That's how this video gets out to more people. Hit the like button. It's not just a phrase. It's not just a phrase. You have got to watch your mouth when you talk to people. To some people, it might be a phrase, but let somebody walk up to me and tell me they're going to rock my snot box. And you know what? It could be in a joking manner too. You could be smiling, walking up to me, saying it. There's going to be an immediate aggressive reaction towards you. Ask about me. Ask Leek Moss. If I notice somebody coming up on me, trying to smack me, somebody coming up on me, telling me that they're going to rock my snot box, it's going to be problems. It's not just a phrase. Do it in a joking manner. See what happens. Remember Mikey T? I'm not running. Yeah, it was a joke. It was a joke. Now, when you're going online and talking about your snot box rocked, and then it turns into knock, 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 whose snot box were you going to rock when they knock at your front door? Knock, knock, knock. It's UPS. Amazon, special delivery, live and direct. No signature either. No signature required. Whack 100. Whack 100. Well, what does he got? Little Shug, baby Shug, what does he got? A Dodge Hemi? A Dodge Hemi type of car? Is that what he's got? He's not sliding off in no Porsche. Whack 100, he's got a big muscle car. The trunk is like 81 inches. And that big-ass car, it stays in the middle lane, Whack. Keep driving straight. You can't hit no corners, Whack. So Whack said, Whack, everybody share this video too, man. You ain't going to get a more live blogger than this. Whack was asked, who did you say? Because Whack said Hassan's name. And Whack replied, I already said it. And I ain't giving him no more commercials. So Whack 100 has finally started to smarten up, you guys. He realized that conversation he had with Hassan Campbell when Hassan Campbell took his phone and he put the record button on. And he recorded the whole conversation when Whack was driving him in his Dodge straight down the middle lane. And he's telling him the whole story. Yo, man, me and Big U, we got all this footage of Nipsey Hussle. You got footage of Nipsey Hussle? Say a word. Yeah, man, we got this footage of Nipsey Hussle. That's how we kept him in check for all these years. He wasn't able to do nothing. He wasn't able to say nothing. There's a reason he never came out and dissed the game, homie. Anyways, Sorry, y'all. Smoke good, smoke weed every day. Rest in peace to Nate Dogg. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's go. Share this video one time. Whack 100. He didn't want to repeat Hassan Campbell's name. Did y'all notice that? If y'all heard this, because I noticed that. This is something interesting to point out. Whack said, I said it already. I ain't giving him no more commercials. Guys, I'm a little bit different. I know if it's F somebody, I'm going to repeat the name. I'm going to keep on repeating the name. I'm going to make my claim known if it's F somebody. He also said New York needs to do something. What you're saying, it's true. It's correct, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter because it's coming from you, Whack. Oh, what do you mean, Mikey T? What do you mean it's coming from him? Guys, Whack 100 does not call shots. He doesn't call shots. He doesn't call them on the East Coast. And Whack needs to stop riling up people into crashing out. Because people in Philly are listening, and they're probably saying, well, if he's saying that about New York, he's probably saying it about us too. But guys, I was surprised because Whack is always worried about how New Yorkers are going to react to a situation. Whack 100 is a foreigner. He's a foreigner who doesn't drive a foreign. He drives a Dodge, as I said. Everything about Whack 100 is off brand. This guy literally took the game from Interscope and put him on Koch. And missed me with the Vlad stuff. Because Vlad doesn't get on the internet and talk like this. So miss me with that. What did he do to the game? He took the game from being on the biggest brand in music and entertainment to putting him in a graveyard. Literally. Literally, you guys. Literally. He took the game from dropping albums on Aftermath, Geffen, Interscope Records to dropping albums on E1. E1 Records. At that time, E1 was done. At that time, Ghazi was about to make his claim in the game. And shout out to Ghazi. Empire. It's a real thing. So what else do we got here? Let me check out this poll. Who's grimier? That's the poll, you guys. Everybody vote in the poll right now if you support the channel. Who's grimier? Whack 100 or Hassan Campbell? And you know what? That was Hassan Campbell's fault. I did an interview with 10 Toes Down. He should have minded his business. I've interviewed everybody in the game. Just because Hassan Campbell can't interview anyone, miss me with that. Yeah, and Whack even dropped the ball with Ray J. Whack 100 even dropped the ball with Ray J, you guys. How does Whack 100 make money? Whack 100 makes money by going to the game and saying, hey, game, how about we make an album called The Documentary 2? And then Game drops an album 12, 13 years past The Documentary 1 and actually sells 80,000 copies first week. That's how Whack 100 makes money, by taking advantage of nostalgia, you guys. He took a nostalgic moment and took advantage of it. That's what Whack 100 did. He took advantage of it. Now with Ray J, how do you go from having Ray J when he's at his height? He had a hit Sexy Can I with Young Berg. And what happened to Ray J after that? How does Ray J go from selling 250,000 albums to not being able to move 20K? Sorry, man. You ruined Ray J's career. If I got to go over it, I will. You ruined the Game's career. The Game left Aftermath. Yo, guys, if I was leaving Interscope Records if I was in the Game's position, I would have went to Epic Records after that. You should have been able to command a deal with any label. I say the same thing about Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, and Young Buck. Maybe not Tony Yayo because his album kind of got screwed competing with Late Registration. I say the same thing about Banks and Buck. When 50 told them Sha Money is gone, go get new managers, they should have been able to go and get any manager they wanted at that point in time. Any manager, you guys. Lloyd Banks should have been able to go out there and get the best manager in the game. The dude sold 400,000 units out of the gate. Young Buck, they thought he was going to be a flop. Everybody thought Young Buck was going to flop with that weak-ass single, Let Me In. That not cheesy, because Candy Shop was cheesy. Let Me In just sucked. Like Get Buck, it sucked. Now, Buck came back and saved his career with Shorty Wanna Ride, though. I'll give Buck that. Why that was released as the second single, I'll never know. But the fact that he came back and saved his career with that. But let's get back into it, man. Wax said, that's crazy. Why would you even go there with that type of wording? Whack 100 is talking about how Hassan Campbell put up a video saying that Gillie's son got his snot box rocked. Now, this is great because Whack 100 and Gillie were not seeing eye to eye, y'all. I think everybody watching this knows that Whack 100 and Gillie Da Kid were not seeing eye to eye at all. Like Whack 100 was literally on that same recording saying that he had Gillie Da Kid in the squeeze, or he had Gillie Da Kid in his back pocket. Yeah, really seemed like that, Whack. Seemed like you got him in your back pocket when he's literally yelling at you throughout a whole entire interview. Whatever. You know what I mean? But Whack kind of made it look like the relationship with him and Gillie was not there anymore. He looked like it was deteriorating. You know what I'm saying? Like the relationship had crumbled from what it originally was. But I gotta say, I give Whack props for being a real man, because when something like this happens, you push everything else to the side. You know what I mean? When something like this happens, all those little petty ass BS problems that you may or may not have had, all of that gets pushed to the side for the greater good. You understand what I'm saying? Like the fact that Gillie Da Kid is going through one of the most trying times of his life right now, like that is what matters, that Whack 100 is actually there for him at this very moment. And I got to say, I respect that. You know, I don't respect much about Whack 100. I don't respect how he let Ray J's career go into the toilet. I don't respect how he took the Game from Aftermath to E1. You know what I mean? I don't respect these things. But when somebody comes in and they do something like that, it shows me what type of a person they are, how genuine they are. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have to speak about it at all. You know what I mean? He didn't have to speak about it. But the fact that he did, it shows me something. Australia's in the building. Hit that like button. Everybody in here right now, hit the like button so we can get jumping in the algorithm, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Whack 100 said, that's crazy. Why would you even go there with that type of wording? That's crazy playing with that type of shit. And for the record, I couldn't grab my phone fast enough. Don't really know what Whack meant there, but Did whack mean he couldn't grab his phone quick enough to respond? You know, let me wait a second. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to put my thinking cap on here. Take a hit of the blunt. Whack 100. The man is as dumb as they come. There's really no disputing that. It's no debate, you know? But you got to think to yourself, what would make this man think with common sense today? The rest of the time when this man talks, you'd be like, this guy is a different person. Some people will say Whack 100 can relate because he is looking at it in a fatherly type of way, which is something that people without kids can't do. That's why he's looking at it from that perspective and seeing what Hassan Campbell is doing is wrong. He's a former clout chaser himself, Whack 100. So Whack 100 spots the tactic. A snake sees another snake. Y'all hearing me? There's no surprising each other when, you know, a snake sees another snake. So he sees the tactic. Whack 100 doesn't like the tactic because the man's child is being involved. He'd be okay with it if it was his op. He wouldn't have an issue with that. Whack would promote it on his channel, but this is not the case here. Whack 100 abides by a lot of jail politics as well as anything that involves that type of stuff. It's one of them things, you know what I mean? Kids are off limits. That's just what it is. And that's why it's wrong, you guys. And this is another part I just want to reiterate too. Bro. Yes, Gillie spoke out. Philly Fame has it up, I believe. Gillie spoke out, and I'm actually somebody who knows Gillie Da Kid. A lot of these other bloggers out there, they're not going to come on here with really any knowledge of who Gillie Da Kid is. They're not going to come on any knowledge of who some of these other guys are. That's what makes me important to this blogging space. You know what I mean? A lot of the rappers got into blogging, you know what I mean? Like Nori, like Joe Budden, and they bring their fan base with them. Everybody that is a fan previously of Nori, you know what I mean? And Joe Budden, Gillie, Math Hoffa from Battling, they all come, you know, and that's a reason to check them out. But one of the reasons to check me out rather than all the other bloggers is because of the fact that I've actually been around and interacted and interviewed some of these guys as well. So that's my point in the game. Bro, if you haven't seen any of my interviews, man, honestly, getting in fights is something I've done since I was like before I was even in double digits of my life, you guys. That's not something that I'm worried about. What I am worried about is making sure that I put out all of the content for you guys. That's why I traveled to all the different cities. New York, Southside, Jamaica, Queens, Atlanta, going down to all the different cities, all the different places in Atlanta, going to Philly, going to Jersey, going to Massachusetts. I do this for the love of the content. I'm not worried about anything else. The only thing I'm worried about is leaving the legacy, you guys, leaving the legacy behind. That's the only thing I'm worried about. So please, let's not talk about any of that other stuff because we got to be worried about the content getting here. And I've given you guys hundreds of hours of interviews, and it's pretty dope, man. And it's pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. I love what I do. I love what I do. And then you see some other people try to come in like a Hassan Campbell, going to try and call me irrelevant, going to try and question what I do. Free AR Rab, free all the men. A lot of the homies are coming home soon, man. So free all the guys. And it's no beef with Leak Moss either. You know what I mean? Respect to Leak Moss. You know what I'm saying? It's no beef with Leak Moss. If Leak Moss ever wants to come on the channel, it is what it is. I'm holding no grudges. When I mentioned him earlier, that was just to let y'all know what type of person I am, period. So this is another part I wanted to mention. It's pretty interesting. Wax said, because the people who don't know who he is, they wouldn't be able to identify him with Cash Money anyways. Okay, hold on. I got ahead of myself. Whack 100 actually gave Gillie some great praise. I want to go over here. Doesn't really have anything to do with, actually it does, because this right here is another reason I would have to say Gillie the Kid has spoken up. You know, despite all of the BS reporting going on the internet, all the BS headlines out there by people like Hassan Campbell, you know what I mean, that probably would make Gillie want to just fall back completely. You know what I mean? Things like this is why I think Gillie has decided to speak up. Meek Mill showing up the way he did. Whack 100 saying stuff like this. Whack said Gillie has a whole lot of accolades that doesn't have to do with Cash Money. Movies, and he has the #1 podcast for the last couple of years. So we don't need to include the 20-year ago Cash Money back and forth in the description of who Gillie is. He has done enough currently to where we can utilize that to identify who he is. Whack knows that Gillie is Gil Smith. You know what I mean? He knows he's in movies, even though he might not know which ones. What did he say? What movie did he really say? This man said that Gillie was in Animal. I appreciate the fact that you're trying to know what Gillie has done. You got the titles wrong, though. He was in Force of Execution. But, yeah, you know what I mean? He doesn't know which movies. I found that funny. The point of it is he's taking an effort to cup the bajules. You know what I'm saying? He's cupping the bajules. You know what I'm saying? He's cuffing Gillie the Kid here is what he's doing. I'm hoping this is sincere and that he's thinking Gillie is I'm hoping he's not thinking Gillie's going to give him a podcast deal or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's over there rocking with Adam 22 now. You know, because like I said, prior to this, Whack 100 really wasn't seeing eye to eye with Gillie. But like I said, sometimes something happens and it outweighs everything else. Because, you know, Whack 100 had some shit to say about Gillie the Kid and Jay Prince. You know what I mean? That right there is going to be superseded by the situation that's going on right now. You know, when in the big scheme of things, that doesn't really matter, you guys. But yeah, Mike Knox went into, people were outraged. And honestly, I was just saying this before. You know, I highly doubt Mike Knox watched my video, but I 1000% agree with what Mike Knox is saying. And Mike Knox can tap in too. Mike Knox can tap in if he wants to. People probably tell Mike Knox, yo, Mikey T talks about you. He talks about you here and there. And it would be dope for you to tap in on his channel. I agree that the people are disgusted with what Hassan Campbell's saying. Because it's like, yo, everybody that dies you're going to do this to? It's a nasty method of getting rich. But now he's done it. It's not good when someone from G Unit is on your ass. That's right, you guys. I don't think Mike Knox is literally out there looking for him. But he's letting him know. Take the video down. What you're doing, it's for views. It's desperate. And we all know you're just doing this for YouTube views. You really want someone to take an issue with you over some YouTube views, Hassan? There's certain things that you're just not supposed to do. It's messy, homie. And this is one of those things. Yeah, man, if you missed it, Mike Knox said, I have to defend my brother Gillie. He's going through a rough time right now. What we will not stand for is anybody that is a YouTuber to try and use what my man is going through, losing his son, for clickbait. Yeah, so Mike Knox stepped up right there. Mike Knox stepped up right there. And you know, Mike Knox is putting himself in a pretty bad situation by doing that. Why? Because you're basically letting one of the top bloggers know that you're not going to mess with him based on what you think of one of his blogs. That blogger's never going to want to work with you. Mike Knox is a person that needs everybody he can get to work with him. And that's why it's even more credible that Mike Knox is stepping up, y'all. Because it's like, this is more. This is more than just about that BS. This is more than just about me coming to get some plays on your station. You know what I mean? He's pointed out something I also pointed out. If you had just missed my joint, go check it out. It's the first joint I did where I was actually showing memories and, you know, remembering Cheese after I heard about his passing and my boy hit me. And I felt compelled to come online. So you guys can check out that video. And then I did a video after that because Hassan Campbell came on and said some blasphemous shit about Cheese in his headline. Like, geez, you don't even know Cheese. And then you're going to come online and use your platform? You're going to use your platform for that BS? How about you do what I did, is what I said. How about you come on here and share some memories? Since you like to play people's music, how about you go up there and you play Ignore or Pesos? Since you like to play everybody's content on YouTube. But anyways, you know what I mean? I told everybody, this is clickbait. He's playing with y'all. And he's doing it through these titles. And he doesn't even really know the story of what happened. All he knows is he got his snot box rocked. What details? Hassan doesn't have any details. Hassan legitimately just gets off on you clicking the video. And then when you get in the video and you see that he has no information, look at me. I'm actually more factual in my presentation. He just goes off the whim with a controversy. He has a controversy whore title. That's what he does. But what would Mike Knox call it? He would call it a clickbait title. Appreciate everybody tap in. Make sure you hit that like button right now. Everybody in here, hit that like button right now. I want to see 100 likes on this video right now. Everybody in here, hit that like button. Let me check out what's going on with the poll. Who y'all rocking with? Who y'all rocking with? It looks like people are saying Whack 100 is grimier than Hassan Campbell. Whack 100 has 52%. Whack 100 has 52%. CT in the building. Yo. Got you, bro. This is an indica though, man. So this shit is like, I've been on these indicas lately. I think all the OGs are indicas, right? Pretty much. Yo, chill out. Put some respect on my guy Adam's name. I've been talking to Adam 22 this year, man. That's my guy. I don't think I'm gonna go over there and work with no jumper or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm in Connecticut. But what can I say? It would be dope. It would be dope. You know what I mean? To go out there to California to spread my wings. I haven't even made it out to California yet, you guys. I haven't even made it out to Cali yet. So just think about it. The potential is endless. South Carolina, what's good? What's popping? South Carolina, what's good? Everybody in here, put your cities in here. Put your cities in here. I want to know what city y'all tapping in from. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody tapping in with me tonight, man. I had to come on this live video. You know what I mean? I saw Gillie spoke out. Gillie's a real one. You know what I mean? He didn't say much, but he let everybody know that he appreciates them for building them up. It's honestly great to see everybody showing up like they are, man. You know what I mean? To see everybody come together like this. To see everybody come together like this, it's really honestly just a beautiful thing. It shows you like that everybody actually can come together. Everybody is coexisting together. What's popping? We got Detroit in the building. What up? What up? What up? New York. New York's in the building. Put your city in the chat. Let me know what city you're tapping in from. Canada, what's popping? Canada's in the building. What's up with you? Detroit. Detroit's in the building. What's up? 215 Philly in the building. What's popping? Oh my God. New Haven, what's up? New Haven's in the building. Oh man, this ain't right. Miami, what's up? Appreciate you tapping in from Miami, man. It's love. Love to Miami. You know, I used to live in Miami. I used to live in Miami for like 5 years. I love Miami, man. Shout out to my guys, Berserk, Lunch Money, Bridgeport. What up? Appreciate Connecticut tapping in the building. Connecticut's in the building. We're showing y'all how strong we are out here in Connecticut. I'm putting it on for CT. I'm going to continue to put on for CT. I definitely appreciate you for being in here tonight, Justin. Salute Zach, Jacksonville. Jacksonville is dope, man. I always like driving through Jacksonville to go down to Orlando and Miami. And especially, you know, when you're coming up, you always got to go through Jacksonville. Sometimes you can skip over Jacksonville, say if you're going to Texas or some shit like that, though. What up, what up, what up, Crooklyn? Crooklyn in the building. Brooklyn, Louisiana, what up? Appreciate you tapping in, Candace from Louisiana. I've only driven through Louisiana on my way to South by Southwest. I don't have much experience in Louisiana. 757 VA in the building. Okay, VA is a dope state. VA is definitely a dope state. Virginia Beach. You know what I mean? I've connected with a few artists out of VA actually. Yeah, I've done some work out of VA. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with going to VA to getting into that hip hop loop. You know what I'm saying? I've actually one of my first interviews was actually out in Virginia. Trenton, New Jersey. What's up? What's popping with you, dollar bills? Trenton, New Jersey in the building. What's going on out there, man? Free Max B. That's my guy. He's coming home, though, 2025. That's my guy. He's coming home in 2025. Free the Big Avell. Definitely one of my favorite rappers right there. Although we kind of blew out his music, though, you know what I mean? Like, we was just we was playing so much Max B music, it was crazy. We were playing so much Max B music, it was crazy that we kind of got sick of it, you know what I mean? So we're ready for Max B to come home now and actually make some new music. And French Montana actually put out some Max B music like with The Weeknd, and then they went back and they did the Coke Boys 4, and they did it in a really different way where it actually sounded good. Jamaica Queens. Jamaica Queens. I loved going out to Jamaica Queens and shooting some interviews. Loved going out there, man. I have a lot of memories in Queens, New York, Rochdale, Hollis. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of memories out there, man. Doing interviews with people like Black Child, doing interviews with people like Young Stack, Stack Bundle's little brother. You know what I mean? Far Rock, interviewing Chinks. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of good memories out there in New York. Buffalo, New York in the building. What's happening? Buffalo, New York, definitely a great state. Definitely a great part of the state of New York, man. I drove up there to interview Benny the Butcher, and it was freaking lit. I'm not going to lie to you. And then when the interview was over, Benny went and took us out to this spot, and we went to this spot in Buffalo where he said that we had to try the pizza and the wings. So then we got some pizza and wings. We took it back to one of his boys' cribs. We was all chilling, eating. It was a good time. Then when I left Buffalo, it started snowing, man. I'm like, oh man, come on. Because that's like a 5.5 hour trip. But Benny told me to come up there. So I went up there, and me and Benny shot a classic interview, man. Shout out to Buffalo. We got Baltimore in the building. I did an interview out in Baltimore as well. Baltimore, I took a train out to Baltimore, I think. I took a train out to Baltimore, actually, yeah. And then I jumped in a cab, probably. Yeah, and then I did an interview with No from Bird Gang at that time. It was dope going out there, because I never really found another reason to go out to Baltimore. I was searching for it, you know what I mean? Because I was working with everybody from Connecticut, going through to New Jersey and New York, and I was Philly, and I was trying to make my way into Maryland, Virginia, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to take over everything, man, when it comes to this hip hop game. My grind and passion never really stopped. Rest in peace, the Stack. Oh, Lenova Pizza. Yep, that's it, bro. That's it. Benny felt the need to bring us there. He's like, you got to have this spot. He got this big ass pizza. He got these wings. I love wings. You know what I mean? So I was busting down some wings. My boy had a pizza. Oh, it was lit, man. And then just meeting all those people. You know what I mean? Meeting all those people there that were affiliated with BSF. You know what I mean? A lot of the, people that he was working with that have become, one of the biggest labels in the game right now. The last time I saw Benny, we had an embrace, and I told him, I was like, yo, you're the best rapper alive. You're the best rapper alive. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things don't work out. I think Dark Low and RJ Payne should have been on the label, and it would have made BSF a bigger thing. That's just my opinion. I'm not an A&R, y'all. I'm not an A&R, y'all. I'm not an A&R, although I should be. Putting these dudes, I got cuts with Kanye West. I got tracks with Kanye West, damn it. Yeah, that Lenovo. Buffalo, New York, smoking in the cut, cookies and cream. All right, you on one, bro. You're on one tonight. You on that cookies and cream? All right, Laz. Get it, man. Share this video. Hit that like button, Laz. Salute to you, man. Let me know what city and state you're in. Let me know what city and state you're in. Yo, Shadow, for real, if you're gonna ask me that question, if you're gonna ask any hip hop related questions, at least send in a super chat, you guys. $5, $10, $100. You know what I'm saying? If you want to ask a question, show some respect like that. If you want me to talk about certain topics in hip hop. Yeah, man. That was a deep one, bro. Yeah, I actually got screwed out of my credit with Kanye West, but that's another story. But the whole situation is straightened out now. But you know what I mean? Oh, hold on. I didn't even finish it because I knew you Oh yeah, man. First of all, I'm not taking no cheese from no rat. I'll leave it at that. I'm not taking no cheese from no rat. I was smoking on some Biker OG, which is an indica. My boy told me, he was like, yo, that shit's about to knock you out. I'm like, all right, we'll see about that. Hopefully it doesn't put me down like that purple gelato did. Purple gelato, y'all. You know, if it's got some purple in it, you know that shit's putting you down. You know that it looks pretty and all that, but I mean, it just doesn't smoke. It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't smoke as sweet. I'm trying to actually no, man. Because thinking back to the Gary Payton, that shit was purple as hell. That was one of my favorite weeds too. Nah, I'm just smoking on some good ass Kush. Hold on one second. Let me see what I got here. Buffalo, New York, Cold Springs, what's popping with you? South Carolina, what's good? Let me know what city and state you're in. Put it in the chat. I'll shout it out. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. If you're just tapping in, we're just getting to the end of the video. So don't be expecting me to go off like I was earlier, man. We're not at that part of the podcast anymore. I'm not going off like that anymore. Oh, yeah, here's that purple gelato. Here's that purple gelato, you guys. This shit. That shit right there, man. I don't know about that one, man. This is the deception OG I was telling y'all about. New Orleans. New Orleans. What's popping? What's popping, New Orleans? I just finished this one today. That might have been in that one. No, that's not that one right there. No, I was just finished this one today. It was called Coffee Creamer. Because I got this other one called Pancakes. There was Coffee Creamer. I mess with those type of weeds, y'all. Ooh, this one is good. This one is good right here. This one has like the best taste to it. That's called Emergency. But all right, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And also, if you are not following me on Instagram and you want to follow back, go to Instagram right now. Follow me. If you're watching this video, first of all, everybody hit that like button. Hit the like button right now if you're watching this. Ending the poll. Hit the like button if you're watching this, you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed right now so you never miss one of my live videos. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram, MikeyT_the movie star, and I'll follow you back right now. Oh, shoot. Shadow. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate you, Shadow. And yeah, man, just to answer you, what was your question earlier? Do you think Tekashi paid to say the verse, I'm raw, I got a rat giving me cheese? To remove it, did you mean, Shadow? Because I believe that part of the song was actually removed, and he changed it to actually saying, you don't know what he would have did. If you weren't in the position he was in, you wouldn't know what he did. Like, he changed it to that to kind of condone what 6ix9ine did, and I really didn't appreciate that. I'm like, damn, did 6ix9ine pay him extra money to put it in the rap to condone the type of snitching he did? You know what I mean? I was like, wow, that kind of made me think. But that whole topic right there, no, I would not accept cheese from a rat. That shit right there will get you locked up eventually. But Kodak Black obviously is at a point of his career where if he's getting $1 million, he's going to take that $1 million. Kodak Black is like, what, 27, 28 years old, if that? He's more than likely going to get locked back up again at a certain point of his career. He knows that. The man is running around violating probation. He's violating probation because of dirty urines. He's going to neighborhoods that he's been banned from. You know what I'm saying? But Kodak Black makes an amazing amount of money. You know what I mean? Kodak Black is literally bringing in tens of thousands of dollars per show, meaning he can buy himself out of all that trouble. Kodak Black has one of the best lawyers. And that's why, look what happened. The man was sitting up on federal charges for what, 18 out of 35 months? Or is that what it was? I know he had to end up serving half. He's brilliant. I got to give it to him. He's like Gucci Man from back in the day. Remember when Gucci Man had got locked up? And it was like, I'm not talking about when he got locked up for the hammer and then he got 3 years. When Gucci had got locked up for getting hit with 2 hammers within a month time span or something like that. He ended up getting 3 years when everyone thought he was going to get 15. I'm talking about before that, when Gucci Man got locked up for all different types of stuff, and then he pled out and went to an insane asylum for like 3 months and got out. You know what I mean? You got to know how to take advantage of the loopholes, or you got to be making enough money to have a lawyer get you out of that type of shit, man. And Kodak Black is making money. There is no other artist in the game that was going to be able to pay him $1 million for a feature. Not unless it was something like the Pussycat Dolls, but we're not in that day and age. Not unless it was, you know what I mean? Like Interscope trying to buy a record like that, where they... Shit, French Montana even said he only paid like $300,000 for Unforgettable. Who is gonna, discredit Kodak Black for taking that money? You know what I mean? But you asked me if I would take cheese from a rat. And no, you don't do that. Because if you do that, you're gonna get locked up. You're making yourself hot. You're making yourself hot if you do that. Now, let's address that aspect of it. Is Kodak Black making himself hot by doing this record? Is Kodak Black making himself more relevant by doing this record? Let's look at the facts. Uncle Murda got his biggest record when 50 Cent enlisted 6ix9ine to do a song with him. He got his biggest record. They were promoting it all over the internet. 12 million views, 20 million views on an Uncle Murda video. They were promoting it like crazy. Let's look at the facts. Nicki Minaj and him went number 1. So is this really going to this is back then. This is in like 2020 though, you guys. So I don't think they're really going to do much. I mean, the video's at like 10, 11 million views. Honestly, a 6ix9ine video would have done 10 million views with or without Kodak Black. He's lost all of his luster. You know, when he first got out of jail, he was commanding 250,000 views at the very least on his videos. And then what happened? He took like a 7 or 8 month hiatus, or maybe longer. He took a hiatus and left the industry. And I think that really tarnished his career, to be 100% honest with you guys. I think it tarnished his career when he took that break, because instead of taking a break for 7 months, you probably should have released 20 or 30 videos while you were doing 200 million views per video. But now you can barely even do 100 million. But I don't hear any other podcasters talking about this. It's like they don't analyze the numbers. Like, where is that? That's what I'm here for, you guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not, man. That's the type of content that I'm bringing to y'all, man. That's the podcast for today. I want to send my condolences to Gillie and all of his family. My condolences to Cheese losing his life in such an unfortunate way, man. It breaks my heart. You know what I mean? It really makes me upset, as I see it obviously makes other people upset as well, to have this dude coming on the internet and putting up grotesque titles. You know what I mean? Gross ass titles. You know what I mean? Every time another rapper loses their life. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got Nori with Drink Champs literally giving people their flowers. This is an industry that we all love. This is an industry that we use as a point of our life to pretty much, it is a part of our life. You know what I mean? So for you to come in and pretty much do what you're doing to the culture by making these videos, I just think it's really offensive. Extremely offensive, especially when you don't even know the story and you don't even know the people involved, man. Oh shit. Shadow actually said he found the whole track trash. That's why I was kind of saying about the track Shakalaka. I was saying I don't think it's really gonna do much. Maybe it's more views than any of Kodak Black's other videos in an early period of time, but I just don't really think it's going to do much more than what the dude has already been doing anyways. 6ix9ine has been doing that 8, 10, 11 million views ever since he really just let his career go. Yep. That's pretty much it, you guys. Pretty much it, you guys. But like I said, follow me on social media, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure you tap in on my next live video, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the podcast tonight, man. Boosie's new album. Interesting, because I was actually under the impression that Boosie was going to come back and do some stuff with T.I., you know what I mean, to maybe rejuvenate his career. You know what I mean? I thought he maybe, and then it honestly seemed like they were going to get back to it after that whole little fiasco that they went through that pretty much promoted it. It pretty much promoted the Boosie and the T.I. album, you know what I mean? Now, if you really look back to the history of it, you would say to yourself, Boosie and T.I.? What sense does that album even make? What sense does that album even make? It makes little to no sense. But the fact that Boosie at this point in time I'm not even going to get into it, you guys. That's conversation for another day, man. If you're going to want to see that, drop a comment. If you want us to talk about Boosie and T.I. a little bit more in depth, as you know, we pretty much watched all their careers unfold in front of our very eyes, man. But y'all, man, I hope I didn't offend anybody during this podcast. I can get really animated, but I'm going to come on here and tell my truth, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Peace.